All right, we're joined by Texas Tech head coach Jerry Glasgow and players Nigel Kennedy and Maya Davis. Please make sure to silence your cell phones and then give your media affiliation and name when you get the mic to ask a question. Recording the press conference with your cell phone is prohibited. And if you want to ask a question on Zoom, make sure to use the raise hand function. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach Glasgow, then go to questions just for the players, dismiss the players, and go back to questions just for Coach Glasgow. So if you have an opening statement, feel free.
I thought it was a tremendous night. The weather was gorgeous. The crowd was fantastic. It was just a great setting to play a national championship game in. It has been all week. I think the stadium and the way it's grown, the way it's exploded, and the way Oklahoma State's put it on first class has really been fantastic, and I thought it was again tonight. As far as the game, I thought it was two teams with great pitching and battled it out. I thought we missed a couple opportunities to get a run. That could have been really big to put another run or two on. I thought Naja pitched a tremendous ball game. 7 strikeouts, no walks. I thought she was really good. And we just did, to me, the difference in the game was we didn't put the game away. We had the game 1-0, but a team like Texas with that great offense and that much speed and ways they can put the ball in play, it'll eventually catch you if you just let them hang around 1-0. I didn't feel urgency to put the game away. And I think we missed an opportunity or two that, not on purpose, but we just missed an opportunity or two that proved pivotal in the end. And then we get 2 out in the 6th, I believe. I thought the first line drive, I thought we could have been aggressive and made that catch pretty easy. It's something we've talked about all year, how important it is to be able to dive for balls and attack balls. I thought that was a play that should have been made, a routine play. And then the next ball was a ball in front of the second baseman. I have to look, and we were out of position. I was kind of surprised when it fell. I felt like that ball was a little pop-up. And I'm assuming we were deep, but I have to look at that. So then you got 2 runners on, and we made the decision to walk Atwood. And I guess we had a ball that was close enough she could get her bat on it, and I think she hit it when we weren't expecting it. But with all that said, they got 2 runs, and we lost 2-1. I think you got to give her credit to Atwood there. She wanted to play ball. She wanted to make a play, and she made a difference in the game at a time when we were trying to take her out of the game. And I think that's really a huge thing when you look at the game. Is you could see when people wanted to really make plays, and you could see when athletes were more tentative. And I think you got to tip your hat to Texas. They were really aggressive at the end, and they got the win 2-1.
Okay, we'll start questions for players. Second row right, Jake.
Jake Trotter, ESPN. Nyjah, I believe that was your first intentional walk attempt all season. Could you take us through the challenge of trying to execute that play in this type of setting?
Yeah, there's no challenge. I made that mistake. I think that loss is on me, and I apologize to my team.
More questions for players? Okay, we'll go second row right to Cliff, just down 2.
Yeah, Cliff Brunt, Associated Press. Nyjah, my understanding is you're fighting through a leg injury. So from a physical standpoint, how are you feeling? And then from a mental standpoint, having to bounce back and likely throw tomorrow, where are you physically? Where are you mentally?
I'm fine. I have all summer to rest, so I'm ready to play softball.
Okay, we'll go front row left.
Thomas Jones, Austin American Statesman. Nyjah or Maya, if y'all can answer. Coaches always talk about, let's flush this game, let's get to the next one. Is that harder to do in this setting, knowing what's at stake tomorrow?
Honestly, no. It's been our motto all year to be the best come from behind team in America. So we're just doing that again.
Yeah, I think this is good for us to know, feel how bad this hurts and don't let it happen again.
Okay, we go back right corner.
Holly Rowe, ESPN. This is for both players. What are some of the mental conditioning tools and things that you've been working on all season to reset quickly after a disappointment that you apologize to your team? How do you reset quickly, and how have you been trained to do that this season?
I think just knowing that this is just game 1. We still have 2 more games to more games to play. So it's not like they won one game. They didn't win the whole battle.
Just have a short memory. Just sleep on it, let it go, come back tomorrow.
Okay, we go front row left, David.
David Collier, ABC Lubbock. For you, Maya, as frustrating as the loss is, you had a great night at the plate. Can you discuss what went well for you?
Well, it feels good to come out of the little slump that I had, and to finally do my job for the team, because I haven't been doing that, so it feels good.
Okay, we go front row right, Kirk.
Kirk Bowles from the Houston Chronicle. Nigel, can you take us through the at-bats with Henry and Scott, and, you know, if you made a mistake or they just got lucky hits, or how would you term it?
Yeah, those are good hitters. I don't know. I feel like they just put the ball in play. They're a really good hitting team.
Okay, we'll go second row on the right.
Lauren Marola, The Athletic. Nija, can you confirm that that was your first intentional walk called throughout your college career? And if not, do you remember a time before that was called as a play for you?
No, it wasn't. But also, I'm a college pitcher. I'm a junior now. I should be able to do that. So that's not an excuse.
Time for one more. Right, that'll wrap things up for the players. Thank you, guys, are dismissed. Okay, we'll start with front row left here with David.
David Collier, ABC Lubbock. Coach, can you take us through the decision to go with the intentional walk of Atwood?
Yeah, I don't want to, with the base open, I don't want to pitch to what I think may be the best hitter in the country. You know, it made sense to me, it made sense to load the bases. Let's go to the 4-hole. Let's don't take a chance. She got clutch hit after clutch hit after clutch hit all her career. And, maybe it was the wrong decision. Maybe we should have went at her. But I just wanted to go to the 4-hole with the bases loaded. Then you got to force out at every single base. Anything gets mishit, you got a little bit better chance of having a play, I think. And make the 4-hole beat you instead of the star.
Okay, we stay front row left, Brady.
Brady Vernon, Softball America. Is that something that is practiced with Nija at all, intentionally walking and such?
You know, I just told Tara, I said, well, if we don't practice intentional walk once a week, maybe we learn something we better write in our book for next year. I really don't know how often they practiced it. And I'm sitting here listening. I didn't realize it was their first intentional walk all year. You think about it, I guess we haven't, you know. I know we pitched around people, and maybe I should have just said pitch around her, because we definitely have pitched around several people this year, but we didn't stand up. And maybe that was a coaching error on my part.
Okay, we'll stay front row left.
Thomas Jones, Austin, American Statesman. Jerry, earlier in the week you said, I'm not going to go down, without having my best days in the circle. So are you going to lean on Nija tomorrow?
We'll see how she feels tomorrow. She's got a lot left in her career. I think first and foremost, we got to wake up tomorrow. We'll do pregame. We'll do early hitting tomorrow. We didn't hit this morning. The girls said they were tired. They wanted the morning off, and I let them have the morning off. But we'll definitely hit tomorrow morning, and we'll see how everybody feels at that. And if she doesn't feel good, and she's gonna want the ball. If you know Nija, she's not going to complain. She's not going to tell you. We'll have to really dig, and hopefully the trainer can get her to, to communicate enough that he'll get a good assessment. But I think I want to win, but I want to be sure we leave this season healthy for the future.
Okay, we'll go front row right, Kirk.
Yeah, Jerry, I don't know if you believe in momentum or not, or is it just you wipe it clean and start over tomorrow? Or do you feel like Texas has a big edge because they have a win?
Yeah, no, the game definitely will start. The momentum absolutely is in Texas dugout now at the beginning of the game, and the first couple of innings are going to be critical for us to hold them, and at some point get the momentum into our dugout early in the game tomorrow, as early as possible. And it's going to take a really tough, resilient team to come back. It always does. But if you can get one win and you get to game 3, anything's possible.
Okay, we have time for two more. Front row left, David.
David Collier, ABC Lubbock. Coach, back to the intentional walk, not necessarily the walk, but was Haley ready for the pitch? It looked like Bailey was, but I don't know. Was Haley ready for that?
I have to watch the film. You know, like I was walking down the aisle, the aisle of the dugout. I heard the bat, and I hear him hit it. I wasn't even looking, so I don't know. I mean, you know, I don't know the answer.
Okay, we go second row right. Jay, class one.
Yeah, Jerry, I think there have been some proposals to do a point and walk rule in college softball. Given what happened and the impact it had on the game, what do you think of the rule? And then if you do go with Nyjah tomorrow, how do you think she's going to respond on the mound?
As far as the rule, I don't know. There's people a lot smarter than I am that could answer that. I don't know. I think we should be able to execute it. I don't think we should change the rule. Maybe that's why you don't want to change the rules, because something like that can happen. So I don't. It's above Jerry Glasgow's pay scale to answer that question. As far as Nyjah tomorrow, if you got to pick a pitcher in America to come back and win 2 games in a row with, I'll take Nyjah. And I hate it. You know, our offense, when I look after our first 2 hitters, we're 0 for 18. And, you know, that's what I'm really frustrated about. That's just really, you get to this we work this hard for this season, you don't want to see your hitters go 0 for 18. But if anybody can do what we need to do to come back, I'll thrilled to have Nyjah do it.
Okay, that'll wrap things up. Thank you.
Thank you.